You said you made a mistake. Do you feel like you owe anyone an apology for anything that's happened? And you look back at the last 8 months, and it's been a whirlwind of things that have gone on, and people are trying to get a handle on where your mind has been, both as a father, role model, professional athlete, everything that's gone on.
Yeah, I've been raising kids for a long time now. I kind of go back to my brothers and sisters. Having to watch them at times while my mom worked 2 different jobs. But the first person that I apologized to was my son, and that was initially, and that was right after the situation took place when I realized what had happened. I've apologized about the mistake that I made. It wasn't my intentions. And I've been trying to move forward since.
Can you talk about any resentment that may have occurred in the time off that you had, whether it was with somebody or people internally here, or whether it was with the media here or whatnot, animosity or bad blood, and how you've gotten past that? And
Prayer, changes things. But there's been emotions from both sides, and I'm the type of person that I kind of look. I don't want people, and even though people, feel this way, which people are entitled to think what they want, but I'm definitely not the victim, and I haven't tried to play the victim in this role, But then again, I'm on the outside, and I'm able to, really kind of sit back and see everything that's going on, whether that's from organization, whether that's from the state of Minnesota, the state of Texas. I'm able to sit back and really see everything. So with that, it was tough to kind of sit back and, take all these different blows, So with that, it was definitely emotional for me. I had to stay prayed up. I had a lot of people praying for me. I had a lot of time to kind of sit back and talk to some of my pastors and, get some different views and about things. And, ultimately that allowed me to kind of see things in different light.
How did your mind start to open to?
Say that again?
How's your son doing, and how are you a different father today?
My son's doing good. He's still, active. He's very intelligent, young man. It's funny. The first time I seen him doing this process, he actually he came up with a plan to escape and get back down to Texas with me. It's funny. I share the story with y'all real quick. But we were sitting in an office with a therapist, and the therapist is kind of, watching over how we interact. And, so we're sitting there and we're playing, I think we might have been doing a puzzle. And he was like, "Dad, come here." And so, like he's whispering to me. And he was like, "Hey, I got a plan, I got an idea." I'm like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" "So I can come down to Houston." I said, "Okay." I said, "Let me hear you out." "All right, so this is what you can do. You can call Uncle Chris, who happens to be my assistant as well. Call Uncle Chris, and he can fly up and get me. He can sneak me away from my mom and fly me down to Houston so I can be with you." And I was like, that sounds good, but I don't think that's a good idea. And especially right now, I don't think that's going to work out, So the relationship is, I say that to say that the relationship is good. It's love. I made a mistake, and I know a lot of people don't view it that way based off, what they seen, but ultimately that's what it was. And you know, my son knows that. He knows I love him, and my other kids, they know the same.